I'm Ashton from EventChain for Investment Pitch Media and FinTech News Network. And today on Blockchain Interviews, we have Will Reeves, the CEO of Fold. Will, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's a pleasure to have you here today.
It's great to be here, Ashton.
Likewise, can you please kick off the interview by explaining a little bit of your background into the cryptocurrency industry and what attracted you to start Fold?
You know, I've been lucky to have many great experiences with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. It's been quite positive. And I have always found that it is hard to translate that to other people. And so really Fold is all about making it the easiest possible way to earn your first Bitcoin so that you can do that without purchasing it. You can earn it doing what you normally do, and you can start to learn about the asset there and have the same experience that I've had over the years.
That's great. And can you explain a little bit more exactly on how Fold works?
Absolutely. So you download Fold and you're going to sync a credit card to the app. And from there, you get to buy credit at various retailers. So you're going to Uber, Starbucks, Amazon, and you can buy credit and you're going to earn cash back in Bitcoin on every purchase. And so on average, you're going to earn about 5% back. And that Bitcoin will be deposited in your account. And you can use it for a future purchase, or you can save it and withdraw it to your personal wallet.
Very interesting. And Amazon covers a pretty wide range of products, so that's great. But is it tough to have different retailers? How expansive is it? Can you purchase, almost anything? Have you guys worked on having a lot of retail partnerships?
You know, it's really important to offer diversity and great retailers for our users. And so we get a lot of great ideas all the time. Currently, Fold has around 30 merchants that we are able to offer, but we're going to be expanding quickly to, around 200, 300 in the next couple months. And very shortly, you'll be able to use Fold at every merchant as well.
Wow, that's awesome. And is there a secret sauce or, a secret recipe to how are you giving people Bitcoin? They're getting a discount, but you're giving it to them in Bitcoin. How are you getting a discount, and where does the Bitcoin come from?
You know, it's all about working with retailers to bring more customers to their point of sale. And so we work with various retailers and say, we have a great audience growing every day, really excited about learning and accumulating Bitcoin. And for them, they see a great audience that is potentially new customers and new business. And so for them, it's a really obvious value proposition. And so we work with them and negotiate a discount on every purchase, and we're able to give most of that back to our users as Bitcoin cash back, and then Fold takes a little bit for ourselves as well.
That's great. And is it easy to use if you aren't in the cryptocurrency industry at all? You've never had a Bitcoin wallet. Is there a wallet integrated into the app, or do you have to get a separate wallet and learn about Bitcoin?
Fold was designed for someone who has maybe heard of Bitcoin, and that's maybe it. And Fold is the fastest possible way for that person to get a hold of some Bitcoin of their own, learn how to use it, understand that it can be spent on something, it can be held as savings, it can be sent and received, and it really starts that journey. So we're building the entire product experience around someone who doesn't necessarily have any information. And so that is really one of the most important things about what we're trying to do here at Fold is make Bitcoin for everybody.
That's great, and it's awesome to focus on the user experience for, as they say, have as easy as a grandma can use it so she can accumulate Bitcoin. But at the same time, I could see how more advanced cryptocurrency users would want to use Fold to, as they say, stack sats and collect more Bitcoin. Regardless if you're new or old, if you're trying to collect Bitcoin, this seems like a great way to do it.
It's absolutely right. Our users are quite diverse. We have people who have been interested in Bitcoin, and this is another easy way to stack sats, as you say. We have people who are interested in Bitcoin but have never bought it. Maybe the experience of KYC or having to actually purchase a super volatile asset has just turned them off. And so they look to Fold as a way that they don't need to go through onerous KYC. They can get started immediately ordering their car, their car that they do every day, or Starbucks or Amazon purchase. And from there, they can start to earn their first Bitcoin. And so, for us, it's really about educating users about Bitcoin as well. And so, we don't just say, hey, we offer Bitcoin cash back, and that's our whole business and differentiator. Our whole thing is also drawing you deeper and deeper. And so on Fold, if you actually spend Bitcoin instead of your credit card, you're going to earn even more cash back, up to 3 to 4% more cash back. And so the whole thing is about bringing people into the ecosystem and then incentivizing them to continuously adopt this technology.
That's great, Will. And I also read that the Fold app is Lightning Network friendly. So could you explain to the viewers, first of all, some of them don't know what the Lightning Network is, so maybe you could start by just giving a very brief explanation of that, and then how that helps the Fold app over just using regular Bitcoin.
Absolutely. The Lightning Network sits atop Bitcoin to make transactions faster and cheaper, essentially, while at the same time preserving the qualities of peer-to-peer cash. And the way you can imagine it, kind of analogous to our current financial system, is that you have banks that hold the Bitcoin, and it's a onerous process to get it from one bank to the other. But credit card networks sit right on top of that to enable fast, cheap transactions without needing banks to actually go in the middle. And so Lightning Network is all about preserving what's amazing about Bitcoin while creating the conditions for a wonderful user experience, being just as fast, easy, and cheap as a credit card payment.
That's great. So if you use the Lightning Network with Fold, then it's essentially faster and cheaper.
Yeah. So, with Fold, if you download the app, you'll see that we actually do not offer Bitcoin payments on the base chain. We actually only allow payments of Bitcoin on the Lightning Network. And that's because it's just a better user experience. We're helping people onboard into that so that their first experience with Bitcoin can be match up to expectations that they'd have of their current traditional alternatives. And so all you need to get set up is a little bit of Bitcoin in a Lightning wallet, and you can get started.
And am I correct in saying that the Lightning wallets, there's only a few select wallets? You can't just go and use a hardware wallet. You need to have a specific wallet that is meant for the Lightning Network as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, not every Bitcoin wallet is enabled with Lightning. And so really you're going to want to use a wallet like Breeze Wallet or Phoenix Wallet or Blue Wallet, Zap, Casa. There's a lot of amazing ones that are Lightning enabled. And that's really what's going to allow you to use Bitcoin in a way that makes sense for common everyday transactions.
That's great. And has your team ever considered other cryptocurrencies or other parts of the ecosystem besides the Lightning Network and Bitcoin? I know it's hard enough to get Bitcoin adoption, but I'm quite curious.
Yeah. So, we build Fold around our community and our users. And we're very open-minded in that way, where what they want, we can pay attention to, and what will make their experience better, we're going to bring it to them. And up until now, what we've seen is that Bitcoin remains the most used chain in a way that preserves the qualities of peer-to-peer cash that we hope to bring to the world, while also having a massive existing user base, an incredible community. And we just haven't seen that same energy or qualities of other alternatives. And so for us, we have decided to focus our efforts, really build for this, and make sure that we are providing the top service. Because again, if you lose focus and everything provides a little bit of a different experience, it can lose power for a user in their. So for Fold, we have Bitcoin and network in particular. So we'll be focused on that for now and for the foreseeable future.
That's great. And on top of the Lightning Network integration, I also saw that your team built the Lightning Pizza app. Now, I don't know if this was a joke or it actually works really well. Could you explain a little bit about this Lightning Pizza?
Well, you're right. Lightning Pizza is both a incredible meme and an actual business. It's one of those amazing crossovers. And Lightning or Bitcoin and pizza have a long history together. Lots of incredible moments over the years. And when the Lightning Network launched, we knew that we wanted to number one, see if it worked. Does this provide a fundamentally better experience? Again, what is going to be the best experience for our users than what's the alternatives to them? And so we decided to build an experiment using a real world service that would have a real retailer or restaurant involved with an order for a customer that to deliver it. Let's put Lightning Network to the test. Mm-hmm. And so we integrated into Domino's ordering system to allow us to connect Lightning Bitcoin payments into Domino's. So you can go to Lightning Pizza or ln.pizza and you can order pizza directly from the site. And at the end, you're going to be given a Lightning invoice, which you actually pay for the order. And so you're really going to see that how easy the flow is. The time for a user to complete a Lightning Pizza order on Domino's mm-hmm. versus on Domino's own site mm-hmm. is much, much less. It's a really wonderful experience that let us know as a team that this is a viable network and that there are users actually out there willing to spend money, use Bitcoin in the real world. And Lightning Pizza was a big success. So that really unlocked the gates for us, proved out that this was a good direction for Fold. And it's, that's why you see now Lightning in Fold itself. It really helped inform us and was a very fun project.
That's a great story, Will. Now, that's a cool project, but you probably have some other things in the works. What does the future development roadmap look like for more functionality into Fold?
As I said earlier, we hear two things from our users. Number one, more merchants and more variety. And so we're going to be launching 250 merchants in the next couple months. And we're going to be having, an equal share of incredible large global retailers with some really popular smaller brands. And so it's going to be fun to launch those. But, what I'm looking forward to is really about making Lightning and credit card payments on Bitcoin easier. Mm-hmm. And so we are going to have a way that you can use Fold to buy anything while you're shopping, whether it's online, in store, and you'll be able to earn Bitcoin cash back. And so it's going to be a real breakthrough for anyone who wants to stack sats and also, talk about matching up with existing user behaviors, bring a traditional form of payment, but allow Bitcoin cash back. And so it's really a good next step for Fold, and I think for the entire Bitcoin sats back movement itself.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And that is a great next step. And as you continue to grow, do you foresee any challenges that you may have to overcome, especially when there's newer people that aren't familiar with cryptocurrency getting into the industry, for you guys to become super mainstream?
I think there's no lack of hurdles and challenges this year, but it will be equally met with incredible opportunities that are available. And so, I think even to get to the position that we're at now, we've had to overcome quite a bit. It's been a challenge that has been also met with great success, good growth, and I expect nothing less for the next couple months ahead. There's going to be there's a reason why we surround ourselves with an incredible team that works with me on Fold, a great group of investors who have supported us, and an incredible community of users that I'm sure we can weather any storm that comes at us. It's now just being focused on what's the next thing to build.
Definitely, and I'm glad that you mentioned your team and your investors. And I'm curious, do you guys need a hand with anything right now? Are you expanding your team? Are you obviously you're looking for more merchants, or are you just looking for more customers?
We would welcome any merchant. We get incoming messages every day from merchants curious about how the platform works and if they might want to be involved. So we're happy to help anybody get set up in that way. But new users and new people joining the community is always great. For us, our team is growing, and so we're always looking for incredible talent, people who want to join a company that is going to bring new behaviors and new incentives to kind of mainstream audiences, which is a unique challenge, but I think it's really rewarding.
That's great. And if those merchants or team members or users are looking to learn more information, what's the best way for them to follow along and reach out?
Yeah, so easiest way is foldapp.com. You can find the app, but also support on Twitter. We're at foldapp. You can just search that. And then, if you want to reach out to me directly, I'm happy to answer any questions, get you set up on a Lightning wallet, really whatever it is, you can reach me at WLRBS on Twitter. And reach out and we'll say hi.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much, Will. I'll leave those links in the description box below. That's all the time that we have for this interview, but I really appreciate you taking the time to come on and talk about Fold. So let's follow up in the near future.
It was great to be here, Ashton.